Hello and welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how much YouTube has paid me in my first month since being monetized. So currently my channel only has about 1,000 subscribers. And in this video, you will learn how much you can expect to make as a YouTuber with only 1,000 subscribers, and also some of the key terms required to actually understand how YouTube pays you. So to start off, every view is not the same. There are a number of different reasons to why YouTube will pay some creators more than other creators. And this is a lot to do with niche. So depending on what kind of things you record, so if you have a football channel, if you have a beauty channel, and if you have a finance channel, the advertisers on those channels will be very different. So for example, finance channels, the advertisers are willing to pay a lot more just because the click-through rate or the audience are more likely to purchase that product and make the advertisers more money in the long run. Channels such as gaming channels and sometimes beauty channels and stuff like that will often make less per view because the advertisers know from experience that these people are less likely to actually click on the adverts and they will make less money in the long run. Conversely, same with children channel, like children and people who watch gaming channels probably are unlikely to click on these adverts, and because they don't have their own money, they won't be able to buy anything. So without further ado, I'm going to go into my YouTube analytics and explain some of these terms and show you exactly how much YouTube is supposed to be paying me for my first month on YouTube. So now I'm on the computer and I'm on my YouTube Analytics Studio. As you can see, I've selected a custom date, so that's 17th of December. So that's exactly the day when I was monetized. And that happened to be during the Christmas break, where some of the adverts are paid more for just before Christmas. So you have to take that into consideration. And also in January, you get paid a lot less just because people have pretty much spent all their money in Christmas and not many people are doing shopping. But that's also something to consider as well. So as you can see from my channel analytics, in the past pretty much 30 days, so one whole month, this is how my channel has been doing. So during Christmas there was quite a peak which kind of died down, as you can see, so I'm getting less views. And also you can see the watch time, subscribers, and estimated revenue. For now I'm just gonna keep it blank. So there's a revenue tab, so once you click that you can see your estimated revenue. So now you can see that within this time period my estimated revenue is £25.78. so this is how much I expect YouTube to pay me after only 1 month on this channel. So my reactions towards it is actually not too bad considering the views that I've gotten. So remember, not all views are monetized, and this is something that I will show you. So as you can see, my estimated revenue is £25.78. My RPM, which is basically revenue per melee, so how much money you actually receive from YouTube per 1,000 views. So melee meaning 1,000, so millimeter, anything like that is 1,000th of a meter, so melee meaning 1,000. So the RPM is basically how much on average you're receiving throughout all your videos per 1,000 views. So this is £2.20, which is actually pretty low because of the kind of content my channel gives out, but we're going to dive into this a bit more just to show you how some videos can make more money than others. So CPM basically means cost per melee, and it's basically how much the advertisers are paying for per 1,000 views, but you don't see all of your CPM, so expect to see around half of your CPM translated into RPM. So if you want to know more about revenue, you can press the see more button, and that will actually get you to this kind of analytical studio breakdown. So as you can see, here's my estimated revenue, and these are all the videos that I have monetized. So initially I didn't monetize all the videos, so that's why on my first day I got something like 8p, and somewhere around probably here I monetized all of them just because I was curious to see how much money I make from them. And so it's important in noticing that the top 5 videos are probably making a lot more than all the others. If I look all the way down here, a lot of my videos are making like 2p, they're not making a lot of money, and it's usually the top 20% that does better than the rest of the 80%. So that's just with anything in life, the 80-20 rule. As you can see, my video here, all my investments, showing all my investments, has made the most money, and it has a high RPM, so per 1,000 monetized views. So there's a difference between how many views a video gets and how many monetized views. So if someone is watching with Adblock or YouTube Premium, you actually don't get any money from ad revenue. That means it is not a monetized view. However, that being said, you do earn a small amount of money from YouTube Premium views. So this is basically YouTube sharing their subscription fees with you, but you only get a tiny amount, which is for me not a lot. I can actually press plus and actually put this revenue number from YouTube Premium on as well, and you can see that it's not a lot. For my best video, it's around 10p from YouTube Premium, which is not a lot. So let's go back to your estimated revenue. So as you can see, the 2 best videos are all my investments and also a video on how to rent in London, and as you can see the RPM is very different. All my investment video has only 148 monetized playbacks, and it's earning more than the video who has 776 monetized playbacks. So this just goes to show how the power of RPMs. So this video about all my investments is financial related, therefore it earns me a lot more money per view, because the adverts that are shown before it, such as usually something like eToro or maybe some other investing platform, every time someone clicks through, the advertisers are paying more for them to actually advertise it, because there's more likelihood that people will actually click through. So clicking through rate is very important in getting paid. So the other thing that you can see is that there isn't that much correlation between watch time and paying. So for videos longer than 8 minutes, you can actually put mid-roll ads, and these mid-roll ads allow you to get even more money. So watch time is important, but it's not the most important metric when just looking solely at how much YouTube has paid you. You can also sort these videos out by top earning videos. So if you press see more here, in this custom time period, these are my best performing videos. As you can see, this one's made me £3, £3, nearly £3, £2.50, £1.50. Obviously it's not a lot of money, and at only 1,000 subscribers, you are gonna have a less earning potential. But that being said, YouTube is a great platform because it doesn't really matter about subscribers. If you have a video that does well, your video has the potential of actually reaching a lot of YouTube. So the way that YouTube algorithm works is if someone clicks through your video a lot, so they look at your thumbnail and most people are clicking through, you have a plus 10% click-through rate, they're going to show that video to more people. So afterwards, if they're clicking through and actually watching the video to the end or as much as possible, it has a high average view duration that gives signals to YouTube to keep pushing out to more and more people. That's why when a video is not doing well, initially it screens to your audience. So if you're pushing a video that your subscriber base doesn't usually watch, such as a makeup video on my channel, maybe that will intrigue some people, but most people will be like, I'm not gonna press that, and that really hurts the video and it reduces its chances of getting big. So in order to make more money on YouTube, you can focus on the growth of subscribers. However, if I look at my subscription status, the sole majority of my views are actually coming from people who aren't subscribed. So as you can see, there's no comparison, it's 94% to 6%. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I've become used to, as a channel, most of my traffic is coming from people who are just watching and not subscribing. Now, I don't really mind that, just because it allows me as a creator to be more creative, because I don't have to worry too much about my audience and them having loyalty to me, because it doesn't seem that way. I'm not saying it in a negative way, it's just most of my traffic comes from actually YouTube search, which I'm going to show you now. So if I go to my traffic source and just look at 2022, which is a fresh new year, you can see that the majority of my traffic has come from YouTube search and then channel pages. So it means that at least my content is discoverable and it shows to a bigger audience, and if they want to subscribe, they can subscribe. So that's why I'm not too keen about telling people to subscribe, because they should only subscribe if they want to continue seeing my videos. So you can actually see that if you look at the blue line, I have more new viewers than returning viewers, which means that my subscription base is not as loyal as maybe others. So when I produce a video in the beginning, maybe 24 hours to a few weeks, I actually don't get that many views. So the majority of my traffic is coming from searching, which is not too bad. Eventually it means that all videos will get views, it just takes a longer time. But on the sole glance of it, it does look like my channel's not performing that well. But however, I am getting views over the long run, which makes me happy. But also I've learned not to care too much about the views. So just going back to revenue and recapping, here's a breakdown of my monthly revenue, but as you know, January's not finished and December was not a full year, so you can kind of see that as a creator, year on year, if you're focused on the metrics, you want to increase your revenue, you work harder to produce videos that people are actually watching more of. So if you provide value in terms of explaining how a bank account works, that's quite good because people will actually watch that. However, will they subscribe to you? The answer is probably no. A lot of people will actually just watch your video, get what they want, and then go. I do not blame anyone for that. I would do the same thing as well. So for that reason, I don't really ask people to subscribe. If that happens, it happens, but I really don't mind. So I hope this video has been useful, and hopefully it answers how much a very small YouTuber like myself can expect to earn in the long run. I do want to grow my audience, not necessarily just for the revenue numbers, but because it's something that I'm passionate about. And that being said, if my audience doesn't grow, I'll still make videos, so take that for what it is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more or ask me any questions about YouTube revenue, I kind of know a lot because I had a channel. I mean, this channel is actually 6 years old, so I was actually monetized before. So you actually need to hit the £60 threshold before you're paid on AdSense, and I have actually exceeded that because I had money in there from before. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these kind of videos, and as always, thank you for watching.